Wow, may first honor na good evening. Good evening. Ay, hi Francis, first honor. First honor ka today, in fairness sa'yo. Tonight pala. Okay, share na natin yung live video. Okay. Just join us. Of Okay. Ayan. Ay, andiyan na pala kayo. Nagse-share lang ako dito. Nandiyan na pala. Good evening. Oh, yung anak ko, Jeff. Hello. Namaskaram, Jeff. Yung anak kong yan. Okay. Namaskaram. Zach, namaskaram din sa'yo. Maraming salamat for joining me tonight. Share ko lang yung live video. Hold on, ha. Okay. Okay. Ayan. Na-share. Yun. So, ay, Rosa. Wow, Rosa. Good evening. Maraming salamat for joining us tonight. So, baka meron kayong katanungan. Ay, lalagay ko na nga pala yung guidelines natin. So, tumutunog na yung ano natin. Ay, nagba-vibrate pala. Sinilent ko siya. Nagba-vibrate na yung ating ano. Dito lang ako sa naka-first honor, Sir Marky. Sa academe. Pareho tayo. Medyo hindi rin talaga ako I don't have very good study habits. Lalo na nung bata ako. Sorry na. So, type ko lang dito yung ating guidelines on how we can participate in tonight's session. So, join and participate dapat. Ay, pala ka. Ay, wow! Yung anak ko din. Ako po. Good evening naman. Jeff, nice to see you. Teka, ayusin ko lang to. Jaslyn, namaskaram din sa iyo. Maraming salamat for joining. Share the screen. Yan. Okay. So, yan lang natin to here for our guidance for tonight. And then, ayun. Oops, tumutunog na. Nagba-vibrate yung ating yung ating hotline. So, share na natin yung live video natin because we are very, very eager to help sa lahat lalo ng mga magpa-participate for tonight. Where can we... Ayan, okay. So, wow, okay. So, wow. Uy, okay. Ang dami na kagad nakapila. Very good yan. So, good evening everybody. I know we're very, very eager to read many questions sana ngayon na marami tayong masagot. So, we're gonna be doing our very best para lahat ng mga magpa-participate for tonight is mabigyan natin ng opportunity because syempre fastest finger tayo lagi kapag nag-start tayo ng live. So ngayon medyo mahaba na kagad yung pila natin. Yeah, okay. So, ayun, may mga pumapasok pa ulit ng questions. So, keep sending your questions lang. Ay, hello, Faith. Hello. Ay, abak Faith and Camille. Good evening sa inyo. Mukhang magkatabi lang din kayo niyan. So, kung meron tayong katanungan for tonight, I am ready to provide as much guidance as we need dahil syempre, ang pinaka-importante when we go through, by the way, kahit nakita ko nga pumapasok yung mga ating mga questions for tonight, and as much as we can, we're gonna be answering all of those questions as much as possible. Pero syempre, sabi ko nga, we have limited time din here, and do not worry sa mga hindi naman makakapag participate for tonight dahil hindi makaabot. We can always make sure na yung mga guidance natin sa lahat ng mga mapapalad na magpa-participate for tonight, it is always something that we can all relate to. Yung mga guidance na ibibigay natin, this is really something na ma-apply din natin sa lahat ng life aspects natin. So, pwede rin kasi na yung mga masasagot na katanungan tonight, either we have a very similar situation or a familiar situation or pwedeng napagdaanan na in the past. It allows you to see the bigger picture and to see it on a different facet as well, so that in the future, just in case you will find yourself in a very similar situation, we will be very much guided. Kung hindi naman natin nararanasan pa yung mga ganitong sitwasyon sa mga magpa-participate for tonight, yung mga concerns or yung mga questions nila, it also allows you to gear towards that just in case in the future something similar may happen. Meron na tayong meron na tayong wisdom on how to go about it. So, keep sending all of those questions kahit na I know na nakita ko nga medyo ang dami-dami na ng natin ngayon. But okay lang yan. Ang mahalaga, as much as we can, we will be answering those questions. So, para marami tayong masagot for tonight, simulan na natin yung session natin. Okay? So, mag-hello muna ako sa inyo. Hi, Master Den. Ako si Lay. Congratulations. Ang fresh na fresh from our graduation. Yan, si Master Lay. Congratulations. She is officially now my fellow Reiki Master. Next naman. Okay. And, nako si J-Jet. Yung anak ko, parang kanina lang magkausap tayo. Sorry na, I was driving kanina. Sorry na. Okay, so, bubunot na ako ng cards. Magpe-pray pala muna tayo. So, let us now start our session para marami tayong matulungan for tonight. I am a practicing Hindu, so I will be chanting my prayers in Hindu, but no matter which religion you are all following, I highly encourage, lalong-lalo na sa mga magpa-participate for tonight, to join me in prayers. And teka nga, ibahin ko muna nga yung iusod ka ng konti yung yan. Mas maganda yung para yung we follow the 3/4 na rule. Okay. So I highly encourage to join me in prayers para we will all pray for guidance, wisdom, and protection. And syempre, enlightenment sa lahat ng mga magpa-participate and sa lahat ng makikinig sa session natin for tonight. So, samahan niyo ako in prayer. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshvara, Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshvara, Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshvara, Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Jai Shri Mahavishnu. Good evening, everybody. Wow, good evening sa inyong lahat. My name is Marky Mendoza. I'm a Reiki master and teacher and also an intuitive tarot reader and teacher. Welcome to your official Tuesday night habit, and this is Tarot Tuesdays. Ngayon, every Tuesday, we provide free tarot reading para sa inyo. So kung may mga katanungan kayo, by the way, ang mga guidelines natin ay napakadali lang. Nakalagay ito sa ating pin post. Pero para tayo makapag-participate, all we need to do is i-share lang po ang ating live video sa social media po natin. Kahit ano pong ano natin ng social media, okay lang po. Basta, pag na-share natin ang ating live video, just take a screenshot na na-share natin yung live video and please send it sa ating Facebook page inbox at Everyday Reiki with Marky. And then, ayan, may mga pila na po tayo. So, ang gagawin po natin, first come, first serve po tayo dito and one question at a time po ang ating sasagutin as much as we can para maging fair po at marami tayong masagot ng mga katanungan and participants for tonight. Uunahin po natin yung mga first question ninyo and kapag meron pa po tayong time, babalikan po natin yan later on. I know most of you will have several questions and as much as we can, sasagutin po natin yan. Now also, ang mga katanungan naman, sa mga magpa-participate, ano naman ang basis ng mga mababasa ko sa mga katanungan natin? I will always be basing lahat po ng mga mababasa ko na sa katanungan ninyo, I will be basing it according to your energy. And if the question is, saan naman based o ano naman ang mga elements involved to understand what is my energy? Lahat po ito ay current na thoughts natin, current na emotions that we feel, and current decisions and actions ang gagawin natin. Once we start taking action, either we verbalize it or we take action, literally we move, then it will automatically be subjected to the universal law of cause and effect. Now, the Christian and the Catholic faith, ang tawag po dyan ay golden rule. Para sa aming mga Hindu, ang tawag dyan ay the law of karma. Now, science calls it Newton's third law of motion. Now, syempre, lahat po ng mga katanungan natin, kung sino magtatanong, sa energy ninyo ko hahanapin ang ating mga kasagutan. And I will just base everything according to your energy. Pero some of us, yung mga katanungan natin, imbis na kung ikaw magtatanong, imbis na sa energy mo hahanapin ang sagot, baka sa ibang energy ng tao ko hahanapin ang energy, and if that's what the question entails. Now, if that happens at walang knowledge, walang wisdom, na yung taong sisilipin ko yung energy at wala silang awareness na gagawin ko yun, it will be overstepping or simply it's a case of invasion of privacy. Hindi po siya pwede dahil, well, imagine naman po natin kung bawa, it's like having literally someone to take a peek inside of our house na wala tayong permission. Hindi po yun mahalaga. Hindi po yun pwede dahil meron po tayong karma. And yung karma, hindi po yun mapupunta sa taong nagtanong, kundi dun sa doer of action, which is me. 2020, ang dami ko na pong pinaprocess na karma. Tama na po. Okay. So, but then again, may paraan naman. Kung ang mga katanungan natin, most especially if it's gonna be concerning mga relationship questions, either romantic, friends, and family, pwede naman po nating itanong ang mga ganyang katanungan. We will just divide the energies equally kung sino man po ang involved dun sa question and situation. And pwede na natin siya itanong ng walang karma. However, meron lang po tayong disclaimer, just in case hahati-hatiin natin ng energy sa isang tanong, may possibility na ang accuracy rate natin ay mahahati din. Because even at the end of the session, kung sino yung ibang kasama dun sa question natin, at nag-iba yung energy nila, nag-iba yung decision, nag-iba yung thoughts and their emotions or yung actions kapag nag-iba, malaki yung tendency na maiiba na rin yung accuracy na makikita natin. So therefore, ang pinaka-accurate na energy na mababasa natin ay patungkol sa inyo. Sa inyo na directly magtatanong or magpa-participate sa session po natin for tonight. Now, sa lahat ng mga palad, mga pagpa-participate sa atin, tanong nyo lang po ang anything about your love life, your career, and syempre, yung health po natin. And I will be drawing 3 cards para sa inyo. Sa cards na mabubunot natin, and which by the way, I am using my very favorite because this is my very first tarot card. I've been reading the tarot cards since 2016 and ito po ang unang-una kong tarot deck. Kaya naman napaka-meaningful sa akin ito. And may dalawang klase ng cards tayo pwede makuha, major card or minor card. Ang goal natin para masabi natin na talagang na-manifest na natin ang ating mga prayers, the more major cards, the more chances of winning, kumbaga. Now, kung minor cards naman na makukuha natin, hindi naman ibig sabihin hindi maganda ang energy. It gives you a clear view kung ano ang current energy natin, kung nasaan tayo ngayon. And for us to know how much more effort, how much more improvement ang ibibigay natin sa energy natin para makapag-manifest na mas maganda. So, ready na tayo at sundin lang po natin na maigi mga guidelines natin. And sabi ko nga, as much as we can, we will always make sure na patas po ang laban natin. So, for us to participate, sundan lang po natin yung ating sundan lang po natin ang ating strict guidelines and make sure na we all pray for a lot of wisdom. Okay? So, simulan na po natin. Here we go. Oh, by the way, I know some of you mga kaibigan ko mga kaibigan ko na who are also friends of mine sa aking social media. Hindi po ako nagche-check ng ng personal na account ko. Naka-streamline lang po lahat sa Facebook page. So, dun po natin isend lahat ng mga questions natin for tonight. And here we go. Simulan na po natin. Simulan na po natin ang ating session for tonight. Okay. Wow, okay, ito po ang ating first participant. Ito ang katanungan. If I acquired a new skill this 2022, what would the card say about the field best I will excel? How about learning driving? Okay. Kung ang tanong natin ay kung magda-drive tayo. Alam mo, ito lang ang masasabi ko. So even without getting the cards, and this is something that was passed to me from one generation to another, na nakita ko, ang pagmamaneho po, well, I think right now, it will still be applicable, no? Kasi nga medyo nag-normalize na yung traffic natin. But I'm telling you, ang pagmamaneho ay 80% tapang, 20% skills. And because kapag hindi po tayo matapang sa pagmamaneho, 'di ba? Tayo po ay talagang medyo makakain tayo ng malupit ng ibang mga drivers natin, no? O kaya minsan medyo aggressive kasi yung mga ibang drivers. So kailangan medyo matapang lang tayo to go through it. And when I say na 20% skills lang po tayo dahil because everything just like any other skill natututunan yan through practice. So, gusto mo bang magtanong ka ng ibang mas okay, sandali. Kasi sayang naman yung opportunity. Okay. Teka, okay. So, I'll give you a chance. Check mo yung inbox mo. Check mo yung baka mamaya you want to tweak your question. Anong tawag dito? My say kasi, alam mo, anong tawag dito? If you're gonna talk about anything that you would want to grow, basically, if you really want, walang imposible mag-manifest. And we will talk about manifestation a lot for tonight as well. Dahil alam ko, some of us, it is still, practically, it's still the start of the new year. Marami pa rin tayong inaasikaso, our plans, and yung mga how we're going to execute those plans. Let's focus on that. Pero I'm telling you, all it takes, just like any skill that we can grow it through practice. We can grow everything if we devote our time and passion. Anything po yan. Look at it this way. Basta sa lahat ng mga katanungan, paano ko mamamanifest yan? Kahit ba, anything about your career, pati love life, or how you're going to be more prosperous and more abundant. I'm telling you, ang energy lang po na kailangan natin tandaan ay kung anong tinanim siya aanihin. Okay? So in short, if ang gusto nating end goal is to be abundant, ibig sabihin lahat ng gagawin natin in our energies, our thoughts, our emotions, our decisions, our actions will all equate to abundance and prosperity. So, ibig sabihin, pag iniisip natin mga strategies, paano ako magiging abundant? Paano ako magiging prosperous? That involves hard work and effort and continuous conscious effort. And over, yan lang ang gagawin natin dahil sabi ko nga kung anong tinanim siyang aanihin, hindi naman siya parang magic the beanstalk na na pag tinanim mo, instantly overnight, tutubo siyang ganyan. So, ibig sabihin, you have to be realistic how science works. Okay? So, kung halimbawa may nakita kayo, yes, syempre, in exception ng munggo, pwede nga pala, overnight, pwede nga pala yung munggo maging toge, but in exception of that, lahat po, if you're thinking of growing a tree, if the goal is to grow a tree, and we all know that it doesn't happen overnight. So in short, kailangan may buto tayo, tanim natin, but we give the right conditions. What are the right conditions? Give it the proper sunlight, give it the proper na pagpataba, tubigan, and to do it over and over until it progresses. Okay? So, look at that example and ganun din po ang gagawin natin when it comes to manifestation. Now, tandaan, pag na-manifest na natin isang bagay, manifesting it is one, maintaining it is another. So, halimbawa, na successfully na napalaki ang puno. Pag tinigil mo yung mga conditions na binibigay mo, yung mga magandang conditions na binibigay mo sa puno, one way or another, there is a chance na it will not survive. Okay? Okay ako halaman ito. Okay? So, you have to make sure manifesting is one, maintaining it is another. So, hintayin ko yung if you are going to ask something else para mas maganda yung ano natin. Okay? So, ito na lang ang ating technically first participant natin. So, ito sandali. Hi, Marky. Reading sana about my love life for this year. Dahil dyan, naku po, nag-umpisa na ang ating love life. Okay, so para sa mga, hello naman. Oh my gosh, I want to say hi. I'm seeing very familiar na mga kaibigan ko here. But may mga students din ako here na nandito. Hello sa inyo. Ay, oh my gosh. Aina, hello. Nice to see you, Aina. Napakaganda talaga ng username. Emerald Dweller. And Kay, hello. Happy Tuesday din sa'yo. Oh my gosh, my very good friend, Gail. Hello, nice to see you. Sige, baka may katanungan ka, sumali ka na. So, para sa ating first participant, love life, yung tatanong. So, we're gonna be getting 3 cards. And bakit po 3 cards? Kasi yung 3 cards natin will represent, yung first card will represent kung ano yung pinanggagalingan nating energy in the past and kung anong current energy natin ngayon and kung saan siya papunta. Kaya tayo kukuha ng 3 cards. So it will give you a very good perspective, no? Hindi siya yung parang kung ano lang yung makukuha natin or ano yung magiging pinaka-end goal niya. You will have an idea on yung progression ng energy natin. In this way, mas makikita mo, okay, kung dito galing yung energy ko and then I can improve it. Or kung itong current energy ko and then I can still improve it. Because there's this one thing that you should know. Anything po na masasabi ng cards natin, this is everything that is about your current energy pa din. So, ibig sabihin, kung ano mga katanungan nyo, kung ano lalabas sa cards, it's a reflection of what your now is about. But, if you like yung mga lumalabas na energy, pwede mo pa siya ma-improve by improving your energies as well. Pero pag ang lalabas dito ay mga warning and then that gives you the idea, okay, then shift your energies totally para hindi mo siya makuha. That's why 6 years ago, I never thought na ganito ang tarot. Yung parang, akala ko kasi nung wala pa akong awareness about tarot, akala ko kung ano makikita mo yun na yun. Kaya sometimes, nakakatakot kasi parang magsistick sa'yo, paano kung hindi maganda? And then you're gonna be haunted the rest of your life. Diba? Hindi ganon ang tarot. Tarot is a very good source of guidance in such a way na malalaman mo kung ano energy mo. So you'd be more aware. Kung hindi masyadong maganda energy, din pagagandahin natin yung energy. And kapag maganda yung energy, pwede pa siyang mas maganda. And the goal is to maintain it. So sa haba-haba ng chismis ko, wow. Okay. Para sa ating first participant, 2 out of 3 major cards ang lumabas. Now here is the thing. So kapag ang lumabas sa cards natin, syempre makikita natin if we are close to manifestation kapag mas maraming major cards ang makukuha natin or perfectly lahat ng cards are major cards. Nangyayari yan. May mga 2 beses na nangyari na sa session natin. May mga nakakuha ng ganyan. So kilig na kilig talaga ako. So but this one, 2 out of 3, I'm going to tell you, this is really something that's very possible this year. So alamin muna natin ang ating past energy. Ang past energy natin, this is the first major card na nakuha natin. So this means if I'm gonna pick up this energy kung saan galing yung past nito, these are the things that you were able to process for 2021. The realizations, the experiences natin, and yung mga direct experiences natin, and not just your experience. The experience din ng hindi lang siya yung excluding na it's only focusing yung energy mo when you talk about your love life aspect or the love aspect for 2021. It is not only about that. Everything. What is your experience for 2021 that made you, kumbaga, that geared towards the energy of love? And what are the other factors, other life aspects that affected yung mga experiences natin sa ating love life? And I'm telling you, last year is a very, because we have the awakening here. By the way, itong every tarot card kasi or tarot deck will have their own, kung sino man yung artist, they will have their own artistic take on how they would want to interpret. Or kumbaga, this is their creative expression in a form of a tarot. But also, magkaiba-iba man ang mga artists on their take or their expressions on how they would want their tarot to be perceived. It is always according to the original na tarot deck. See, na ang authors ay si Rider and si Waite. Now, in the original na Rider-Waite, this is the 20th major card, and this is the Judgment card. And the Judgment card is actually a card that resonates na you just didn't make a decision, you made the right decision. Last year was all about reflection. You've given yourself, kumbaga, you've given yourself a fair na opportunity. Okay, so anong tawag dito? This year I'm going to observe. This year I'm going to observe, I'm going to enjoy my life. I'm going to also, syempre, with the pandemic situation, I'm also being realistic. I'm also being very, very careful and mindful. And so, is it going to be a top priority, knowing that there are any priority, that these are the priorities in front of me, and these are my goals, dreams, and aspirations? And it's not that hindi kasama ito sa goals, dreams, and aspirations, but you're being realistic kasi in a time of pandemic, in a time of the experiences that's happening, being realistic, etc. It's a good decision na I'm going to observe. I'm going to watch out what's going to happen. I'm going to plan. I'm going to see how this year will unfold. What matters is you're able to give a good view. You're able to see a very good picture ng lahat ng life aspects mo coming into play, and having in mind yung goal to improve the energy for love life this year. And you've given yourself a very good chance for that. Now, the second card, this is a reflection of your current energy now. And not just the current energy, this may also involve the possible actions that we are wanting. Now, we have the Six of Summer. And by the way, ang mga minor cards in our Victorian Fairy Tarot, hindi siya yung traditional na cups, pentacles, sword, and wands. Ang ginagamit ng mga basis ng mga four suits natin ay yung mga seasons. So, there's spring, that's a representation of the wands, hard work and effort. We have the summer, that's a representation of the cups, or a representation of celebrations and emotions. And then we have autumn, which is a representation of the pentacles. Winter as a representation of sword. This one, your current energy, nako, napaka-warm naman. We have Six of Summer. Look at that, and look how summer feels. Look how festive. Look how you're here to discover. So I know you're allowing yourself now this time to discover it more and more. So in short, mas ine-entertain, mas may magandang energy na mas kaya mong ibigay yung focus ngayon, or because one good idea na nakuha mo dito is because 2021 was a very good gauge. 2021 was a very good gauge. Okay, I've done it for this year, and ito yung mga observations ko. I'm more open this year. Or at least I'm more not just open, I'm more hopeful with this energy for this year. And this is what this energy is about. Look how festive it is, and look how free it is. That you're at least here waiting to observe the situation. And ay palaka. Sorry na. So, ang likod ko kasi. Hold on. Tanan. Ay, sorry. Okay. And when you give yourself that opportunity, ito yung nagpapaandar ng energy. Kasi sabi ko nga when we talk about how do we improve our energy, And paano natin paaandarin yung energy natin? It should be a reflection that in our thoughts, one way or another, it's part of the plan, it's part of the day, it's part of your to-do list. A part of the emotions that you feel, apart from how you go through all of the activities in a day, kasama yan sa kumbaga, it's something that we long for emotionally. And in our decisions, dapat kasama siya. Yung halimbawa, okay, titignan mo yung checklist mo for today. Okay, teka, kailangan I will add this so I can entertain or I can put myself out there, mag-chat, dating apps, etc. Those are the things that will add into energy, which is a clear representation of this now. But the thing is, kung saan siya papunta, we have the Magistrate, which is another major card. The Magistrate is a major card representing justice. Actually, the first card and the last card are parallel cards. When I say parallel cards, sa tarot cards kasi, lalo na yung mga major cards, merong isang meron silang kumbaga an almost similar na representation pero magkaiba sila ng ending. Like halimbawa, the first card is you have to make a decision but you've already made the decision and it was the best decision. That was last year. Your choice last year was to sit everything out and for you to observe everything, have it as a gauge, have it as a good experience. Pero yung ending card, you've had that clear opportunity as a gauge. Yung current energy mo ngayon is about you observing, kumbaga mas hopeful, mas may idea na I will entertain, paandarin ko yung energy. But where it leads for you to weigh your options. Now, when I say weigh your options, mabibigyan ka ng opportunity for the energy of love life to blossom. But your priorities and your goals, na alam kong may pinaplano ka, yung goals mo, it's also, mararamdaman mo na it's coming to fruition, it's coming to manifestation, and you wouldn't want to miss out a good opportunity. But you know na, syempre, ang aspect ng love natin, this is also a priority. Now, the goal is to balance it. I'm seeing that when, imagine mo na finally umaandar na yung energy ng love life. And then, biglang yung mga pinagdadasal natin, yung mga minamanifest natin na not love-related. So I'm talking about the career, your goals, dreams, aspirations. Even some of the, kumbaga, yung mga things that you were not able to do in the past pandemic time, travels, etc. You will find opportunities of that this year and the goal is to balance it. That is not absolutely bad na ikaw, ibibigay sa yung mga blessings mo, pero hindi ka pinarurusahan na parang, Lord, ba't ganun? Parang medyo nagbibiro tayo. Bakit kung kailan naman na I'm putting myself out there, I'm improving my energy, I'm really more focused, I'm really more hopeful, and then ngayon, darating naman yung mga ibang blessings. Look at it this way, all of your prayers are being answered. Nagdadasal tayo ng consistently about a very good life, the career, the goals, dreams, and aspirations. So, ibibigay. Pero kapag yung may mga pinagdarasal din tayo about our love life, yung ganyan, hindi to isang paraan for you to feel like you're being confused o intentionally kino-confuse ka ni God na parang kailangan mamili ka lang sa isa. The goal is to really balance it. Because I'm telling you then na alam mo naman kapag ang gusto natin talaga, if we really have the passion for anything, if we really have the will for us to really manifest everything, no matter what the odds are, we will find a way to balance everything. And I'm pretty sure you will come to that point. Now, if there's anything na I would want you to process pag dumating na yung opportunity na yan, first of all, look at it. Okay, ang mga blessings, ang mga pinagdadasal, naging blessing na manifest na. So, hindi to parusa. This is really a call for you to find that energy for you to balance everything by planning everything ahead. So I want you, just like how you're very good and very keen in organizing your goals, dreams, and aspirations and the steps that you're going to take so that you can manifest that, it's the same thing. To just include, okay, so ngayon, i-include na natin how you're going to divide your energy, your time, and your attention and focus, nakasama na yung love life as a priority. When you continuously do that, when you're able to finally balance that, I'm telling you, ma-maintain mo yan. So all it takes is for you to trust that you can balance everything. Not in the form of anything else, but you've done very well in manifesting all these blessings. So I say, congratulations sa'yo. It's not going to be a confusing time for you. After all, this is really something that we would want to flourish. Of course, we all want that. So pag dumating na yung blessing na yan, make sure na you plan better and then you can maintain this energy even more. Congratulations sa'yo. Thanks for joining Tarot Tuesdays. So, good evening everybody. I want to say hi mo. Oh, hi Amor, I see you. Hi Sir Marky was gone for. Oo nga, oo nga. But I'm so happy that you're back again, Damien. Okay, Maffy Divina, good evening Master. Good evening din sa'yo. So, tingnan na natin ang ating next participant. If you would want to participate and join tonight's session, just make sure that we follow yung guidelines in our pin post. Share the live video, take a screenshot of that, send in our Facebook page. Okay? Now, next participant naman tayo. Good evening, Master. Namaskaram and namaskaram din sa'yo. Ask ko lang po as a general guidance for my school this semester so I can pass all of my courses for academic year. Tingnan natin. Okay, so good. Tignan natin yung energy natin for that. But sabi ko nga, sa lahat po na magpa-participate for today, tonight, sabi ko nga, yung mga questions natin, ang mga hinahanap lang natin ng mga end na mga kasagutan is that will it be favorable or less favorable? Again, kahit ano po ang mga lalabas sa energies natin, the goal here is to be aware and to be mindful. Okay, ito pala yung energy ko. This is not in any way for you to feel discouraged or demotivated na, yan pala yung energy ko. So don't feel discouraged. Let this be a source of motivation for you even more. Okay, kung ano man yung energy, pagyamanin pa, pagandahin pa. And kung maganda na yung mga lumabas, halimbawa, yung first na participant natin, napakaganda because 2 out of 3 major cards. The goal is to even improve it and to maintain it. Okay? So I'd say the same para sa ating second participant. Na by the way, hats off sa'yo na napakasigasig and talagang makikita mo yung makikita mo yung energy ng passion sa pag-aaral dahil you would want all of the subjects para talagang maipasa. So, ngayon pa lang because of that intention, bless you. Bless you. Dahil magandang intention mo talaga na for you to really do well in your studies. And I trust that na kailangan lang naman natin is to give that best energies natin talaga. So, in your mind, in your heart, in the decisions, and what you're gonna take action to, it's always gonna be a reflection, okay, I passed it. Okay? And by the way, sa mga may gusto rin palang ma-manifest, lahat po ng mga questions natin, I'm sure it's always gonna lead to manifesting something. There is also another way for us to manifest that. Okay? So, bibigyan ko rin kayo ng tips kung paano pa makapag-manifest. So, okay, tingnan na. Okay. Okay. Ooh, okay. Wow. We have 3 minor cards for you, but these are, actually, it's really looking really well. These may be minor cards. Bakit siya minor cards for now? Because tandaan natin, the energy of studies natin, primarily because of the pandemic situation, so expect na hindi siya talaga ganun ka-standard. Okay? So kumbaga, medyo fluctuating yung energies natin depending on the surge, depending on the improvement of our cases, one way or another, it is always going to be tied to our education system. And though, yes, currently, there are a lot of opportunities for us to do virtual na learning, etc. Still, remember that the pandemic situation is always going to be tied to our academic na experiences. And kaya naman minor cards and reflection natin here. So my say, anong tawag dito, these are also, in a nutshell, these are not bad cards. I just want you to continuously exert the best effort natin and the best energy every time. The first card is the 5 of Winter. And when we get Winter, imagine mo sa representation ng minor cards na Winter, from what was flowing na tubig, pag Winter, magiging frozen to or hindi na siya magfo-flow dahil Winter. And kaya ako nasabi yung ganyang situation because pandemic situation. Now, look at this. I know there are a lot of push and pull because lalo na no recent na surges natin, there are also, and if you've watched the news, there are also some schools like, is it last week or 2 weeks ago na nag-announce sila talaga ng break. So don't be surprised why na pwedeng magganyan-ganyan yung energy, and that's what the first card is also saying. So ito yung pinanggalingan na energy. And I want you to be mindful na though, yes, anong tawag dito, there will be times, ang pinaka-advice ko lang is there will be times that there are things that are out of our control, like the schedule or how we're going to push through with our education and how amidst the time of pandemic, kung paano siya magiging smooth sailing, it can be a little challenge. But here is one good tip na nakita ko dun sa first card. No matter what the announcements are and no matter how the the educational system will have to comply according to the pandemic situation. The goal is to continuously focus on studying, focus on learning. Na hindi dapat na no matter what are restrictions or the opposite na ibibigay sa atin according to yung school natin, is to continuously grow the wisdom during your free time or during the time that that you're really needing to study or to focus on your studies, ibigay pa din. Because the least thing you would want to happen is to not come prepared when it's okay yung time natin to go to school or kapag walang restrictions, di ba? Aasahan din natin dapat siya both ways. It can be a little roller coaster ride ngayon, but darating at darating yung time na it will be better. So, anticipating the readiness, dapat laging ganun. And it becomes very, very abundant because the second is the 7 of autumn. And kaching-kaching ang representation ng autumn natin. But this is really looking like, babalik din siya sa the business. Kumbaga, yun ang sinabi ko nga kanina, it may feel a little challenging sa umpisa, magtataas baba o magpo-push and pull yung mga schedule or the recommendations, etc. But babalik siya sa normal and that gives you time for you to really focus again. Pero yun nga, nakita ko rin naman na tuloy-tuloy naman yung focus. Tuloy-tuloy naman yung hard work and effort. Kaya tinan mo, you will when you resume, when you go back to it, hindi kayo parang you're caught off guard or you're clueless or yung parang medyo nawala yung rhythm natin. Because let's face it, when we are studying, di ba, maganda yung we're in, kumbaga, condition na condition tayo that we're going to study, we're going to absorb, we're going to absorb all the wisdom. And this is reflecting equally that you're able to do that and even more. It will give you, so kung ang katanungan sa kasagutan natin, will you have all of the subjects secured? This may be a minor card, but for me, this is the king of autumn, like a king of pentacles. And imagine a king. Imagine a king. A king is always wise. Okay, a king is not just it's not just a wise person. He's a ruler. He's a leader, and this is what this look at that, sitting comfortably on the throne, because kumaga you did not let your guard down. There may be some restrictions, pero you continuously allowed to absorb wisdom, and that's going to lead you na when it's going back to normal, hindi ka matatakot na parang you're gonna go clueless. So ituloy mo lang yung energy, tuloy-tuloy mo lang yung hard work and effort. Na might say, of course, this is something that will improve pa. So the goal here is to always be prepared no matter what. That is what that will always save you. Because the least thing you would want to happen is magkagulatan kayo, di ba? Now, how to improve yung this energy for your school? I would recommend charity work. Okay, but why do we need to do charity work? Kasi remember, kung anong tinanim siyang aanihin, because that's a universal law, that's how the universe works, di ba? Kung anong tinanim natin ng energy, yun ang makukuha natin. So, apples. Pag tinanim apples, ang makukuha natin apple din. It will never happen na pag nagtanim tayong apple, saging ang kapalit na yung harvest natin. When you do your charity work, uunahan mo, ang tatanim mo ay good deeds, charity works, full of love, full of generosity, full of blessings, pero outward. Magbabato ka ng energy kay universe ng kindness and goodness. And sabi ko nga, kung anong tinanim sa aanihin, in this concept, pag nagbato tayo ng energy kay universe, and in this case, it's in a form of kindness, love, generosity. So pag binato natin yan like a boomerang, it will always find its way back to us in a form of a blessing. Thursday, I recommend Thursday because Thursday is the day of the Guru. The day of the Guru because in Vedic astrology, Thursday is governed by planet Jupiter, and planet Jupiter is the guru of all the gods. So, do your charity work specifically on a Thursday. Bago natin ibigay yung charity work o bago tayo mag-charity work, set your intentions first. Lord, I'm going to let go of this blessing. I'm going to let go of this energy. And as I give this energy, as I share this blessing, this is to manifest all my good grades. This is to manifest na lahat po mapapasa ko yung mga subjects ko. And to do it continuously. Every Thursday, maganda, but of course, as much as you can. Every time that hindi naman po limited ang mga manifestations or charity work natin to material abundance. When we talk about charity work, it can be in the form of kindness, goodness, offering yourself in a form of service. In short, selflessness in so many forms. There are so many ways that we can become a blessing. Every time na may opportunity tayo, sunggaban, offer yourself, offer your energy, and offer the littlest way that we can. Diba? This is really something that would generate, in short, magpakabait tayo. look at that, magpapakabait lang tayo and then we will get blessings. That is proven, tried and tested. So, may say, I want to say that your energy for the year so far para sa ating para sa ating studies are really very good in spite of and despite of there are many things that are out of control. Always come prepared in your free time, always study, do your charity work, and everything will be amazing. Thank you for joining Tarot Tuesdays. So welcome, my name is Marky Mendoza. I'm a Reiki master and teacher, also an intuitive tarot reader and teacher, and welcome to Tarot Tuesdays. So ang galing, nakakalakas ng English yung na yun, yung segment na yun. So dahil dyan, cheers muna tayo. Okay, I know some of you may mga katanungan about love life, career, or sa health natin. Importante yon, okay? Health natin. Itanong din natin yan. Libre lang magtanong, sundan lang ating guidelines. Share ang ating live na video, take a screenshot, and please send it in our Facebook page. And then, next question na tayo. So, may essay writing, yung ating essay writing contest, yung ating yung next participant. So, okay, here we go. Teka lang. Okay. Just want to ask for guidance po. Sana kasi I'm planning on living independently from my fam na. Kaso lang, this would affect my role as a breadwinner. Since I have to relocate my budget to accommodate my solo needs. So parang nagigilty ako to leave my fam and baka better to save the additional money I will be spending na lang. But I also feel like I need to do this for my growth. What would be the best for me? Stay with my fam or live independently? Kaya naman pala essay writing, pag-usapan natin. Okay. Mag-Dear Marky muna tayo. No, what is Dear Marky? Dear Marky is usually, dito natin, ibibigay ko talaga ang walang bias na talaga na. And of course, this is really the guidance and the wisdom that I will always share will always come from my personal experience. Now, sabi ko nga, I will always say this. Sa lahat ng mga clients ko, sa lahat ng mga pinag-sharean ko ng aking wisdom, to all of my students, or anybody who would seek my guidance and wisdom, I will always say this. At the end of the day, kaya nga binibigay ko lagi yung accountability sa atin. I give the accountability na kung ano man ang mga mababasa nating energies, meron tayong free will to improve it, or to maintain it, or to also completely shift in our energies. So, also, when I give out my opinion and my suggestion, yung guidance ko, I always want to make sure na I'm always gonna be in the middle. I will always be, when you come to me, I'm going to be of no bias. That is always my goal. Kasi kung ako mangangailangan ng wisdom, ayoko ng bias din. I am ready to take whatever I need. Mas maganda kasi na we are ready to see, no matter the good, the bad, and the ugly, how do we rise above from this? Okay? And at the end of the day, if you feel like I'm going to share my personal experience, and if you feel like this is something that you would want to adapt, go ahead. But at the end of the day, if you feel like, my suggestion din kasi, do not also feel offended na parang sometimes you feel like, nagtanong ka pa sa akin, hindi mo naman pala susundin. O kaya nagtanong ka pa, nag-effort pa ako, hindi mo rin naman susundin. Honestly, pag tayo po ang hinihingi ng mga ganyang advice, please understand na no matter kung gaano kagaling, o gaano kaganda, or you may be even given an advice directly by the Pope himself, but at the end of the day, we are all given free will. Huwag po sasamahan loob natin kung hindi masyadong, kung nag-effort tayo, bigay natin yung best advice pero hindi tayo sinunod. Remember, sa lugar po ng nagdidesisyon or so to a person who's needing the guidance and wisdom, let this serve as a tool for the person to weigh everything on their own. Para tayo na-develop natin din yung accountability and your responsibility natin sa sarili natin. Na, yes, these are good. These are good na opportunities na may makikita tayong mga iba't ibang views ng mga tao on how they, if they're in that situation, they would have done this, they would have done that. Para in the end, you pick up what good there is so that you can also apply it according to your own. Hindi pwedeng, wala siyang one size fits all. Take the good things and feel like, take the ones that you know you can actually na anong tawag dito, take action to. Yung kaya nating panindigan. And then, apply it syempre with your own personal experience. Kasi tandaan, iba-iba rin tayo ng mga experiences and situations and the people around us. So, the goal is, pick what you feel is something that is graspable, kaya mong i-adapt, but realistically checking sa situation mo, maa-apply mo talaga. Okay? So here is my very balanced na decision. I know this is not something that can be a very popular na decision, most especially coming from an Asian country. You know how it is. As an Asian, we always, kumbaga culturally, it is culturally embedded in an Asian country, family setting, that we always have close family ties. It's very common in an Asian na setting because we know the value of family. Okay, I am not excluding Asians only, of course, but majority syempre majority syempre ng mga Asian countries would adapt the same part talaga ng culture natin. And remember, um, no matter na there are kumbaga some standards or very common in depending in our culture, syempre, sabi ko nga, we all have free will pa din. Now, remember, there are this situation is something that's very evident in our country. I've experienced the same. Kaya nga sabi ko, I'm coming from my own experience as well. There is also a huge portion of my life that I know I was supposed to help. That I also acted as if I'm the breadwinner. So naramdaman ko yan. I've gone through the same na tipong 70% of what I'm getting automatically pupunta sa family. 30% I get to juggle. Is it enough? I was blessed at least na I was able to climb the corporate ladder. So kumbaga, all the hard work and effort nagawa ko siya so that I can do that and perform that role. Pero sabi ko nga, this is what I realized in the end. What are we really doing when we always be that person and not share the accountability with all of the household? So, one realization na talagang continuously pina-process ko when I was still doing it is, what am I really teaching? And I always refer myself din yung sa there's this passage in the Bible na feed them fish, I mean give them fish, you feed them for a day, then teach them how to fish, and then you feed them for a lifetime. So me acting as the breadwinner but not sharing the accountability with everybody, ano ba talagang tinuturo ko? What kind of message am I sending? Am I sending a message na you can only just depend on one person and that kailangan isang tao lang yung magkakaroon ng hard work and effort? Or would you want to teach a lesson na you can use my own story as an inspiration so that you can also apply the same? You have to be very observant. May mga situation kasi na the family members will have the capacity, the opportunity, the willpower to uplift and empower each other. But at the same time, may mga families that may come from the opposite direction. And more often than not, hindi talaga tayo pare-pareho ng capacity. Hindi siya because, anong tawag dito, hindi siya because sa tamad lang or what. Lahat tayo individually, alam natin kung anong mga kaya natin gawin, what are capacities and capabilities, and at the same time, the people around us as well. Now, in this advice, I'm not gonna tell you to drop everything like a hot potato right away, because you also have to consider na, oh nga, ano ba yung capacity na ano ba yung capacity ng family ko? That's one. At the same time, have we discussed this? Have we given this an opportunity to be, alam mo yun, let's sit down and let's talk about, okay, what's happening in the family? This is what's happening in the family. This is the role I'm taking. It's important then that your communication is really there. Hindi pwedeng hindi natin i-communicate yung situation. Dahil alam mo yun, minsan hindi mo malalaman kung minaapakan ka na hangga't walang umaaray. Pero hindi natin kailangan papuntahin sa gano'ng sitwasyon. If the communication is really something that we can strengthen in the family, kung hindi to isang one good thing that always is happening in the family, kung hindi maganda yung communication natin, let's start with that first. Let's communicate well. Let's open the communication that is not gonna be an opportunity of judging each other, na parang ako lang gumagawa nito, ikaw wala kang ginagawa. It's also good that the family really knows what you're going through. Baka naman kasi wala lang silang idea, and on their end, syempre, 'di ba, sabi ko nga may kanya-kanya tayong pinagdadaanan. Kapag naranasan natin yung isang mga pinagdadaanan natin bawat isa-isa, or we are also open about each other's life experiences, you wouldn't really know how our family members or the members of the household can be also be there for you, to support you, to console you, to help you emotionally, or in any way that we can. Let us not parang kumbaga in this advice, hindi ako sasabihin ko iwanan mo siya or stay there or what. I'm going to teach you how to improve the dynamics of the family. Let's talk about the communication, and let's talk about the understanding that happens every time there's communication. That's another. Those two little steps muna tayo. Wag pabigla-bigla. Why? Kasi nga, I know, kasi parang ang magiging ano niya, I've seen it many times over, not just in my own experiences, but the people around me as well. Lalo na yung mga kaibigan ko before, when I was still working, na one way or another, meron kang mga kaparehong sitwasyon, di ba? You can be coming from that experience as well, myself included. So, pero sabi ko nga iba-iba pa rin. Iba-iba pa rin. There's no one size fits all when it comes to you have to really take into consideration what's the reality of this. Kaya ba talaga o hindi? May capacity ba talaga o hindi? So start with that first. Start with improving the dynamics of the family. If this is also happening, there is a chance na we could improve on yung relationship ng family muna. Baka naman ang kulang dito is the communication. Baka naman the kulang din is the awareness that you're also going through. And baka naman hindi rin natin kung anong pinagdadaanan ng other households. It's important that we get to know our own experiences so that we can work together. Remember, you are a family. Kung tayo yung mga magkakapamilya, no matter what it is, diba? Either financially, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, we should be there for each other. But of course, we need to strengthen the foundation of the family. If this is something that's lacking in the family, then be the perfect inspiration. Start it. And that's what I did before. I started opening the communication with everybody. I started opening up, okay, this is what I'm going through, and if you can help me. Kasi hindi rin siya madali. We become very accountable with each other. And remember, you're not doing this kasi nanunumbat ka. Sometimes kasi, kaya nga depende sa on how we're going to be very mindful, because even if you are wanting to syempre improve your situation, the least thing naman din na anybody would want is to have any feeling of disrespect. Halimbawa, if you're gonna, depending on how we're going to say it, or the manner or the way we're going to communicate this experience is you have to really study it, and you have to be very sensitive na it will not come out as if in a way na manunumbat, and it will be leading to a form of disrespect. Kasi still, hindi naman ibig sabihin, look at it this way. Ikaw, you have this opportunity and you're experiencing this, but on the other end, if you're on the receiving party, I'm pretty sure one way or another, it's not always a feeling na parang, well, may aasahan naman ako eh. I'm pretty sure the person or these people would always want to do their fair share. But syempre, there is always something that's happening. There is always something in between that they're experiencing that may not be 100% at ease, or anong tawag dito, at peace with. So you have to also know everybody's situation. One way or another, the communication will always be the key here. Eventually, when you do your fair share, and then whatever comes out from it, then we can say that can be the factor for you to decide. Pero hindi muna kasi tayo magde-decide nang hindi pa tayo kumukuha ng further steps on how to solidify the foundation first. I've seen this before, and I've experienced this as well. You don't want to be taken differently. O masabihan ka na, porke ganito ka na, and yumabang ka na, yung ganun. Or I was there for you before. Yung para magkakaroon ng opportunity ng sumbatan. What are we trying to grow here? Are we trying to grow love, understanding? Or are we trying to grow a gap that can eventually grow bigger and bigger and bigger? Na one way or another, sabi ko nga this is a very sensitive topic. Hindi natin gustong iwanan yung mga ganyang sitwasyon. I'm pretty sure mahal mo ang mga kamag-anak mo, ang pamilya mo, dahil pamilya mo yan, kadugo mo yan. I feel the same. But also, as you are processing this, never should it happen na iisipin mo, is it deserving for me to go through this? Is it deserving for me na anong tawag dito, na for me to enjoy my own fruits of hard work and effort? Yung mga pinagpagurang ko, yung mga pinaghirapan ko, I've gone through the same. Hindi siya question if you deserve it. You do. You do. Pero alam ko mahal mo rin kasi ang pamilya mo. Pero what I'm going to tell you is that for now, bibigyan kita ng kumbaga step by step. apply mo muna tong mga first na sinasabi ko and let's take it from there. Kasi you have to exert efforts din muna. You know why? Dahil it looks like you are the one who has the capacity. You're the one who has the capacity. I'm not saying that you're the only ones who is very intellectual in the family na ikaw lang ang may opportunity maging successful. Hindi. But knowing as a breadwinner, you may have the capacity to understand and to be loving. Kaya ka nga magiging breadwinner because may capacity ka to do that. I want you to also take those efforts then muna for you to also initiate the dynamics to improve the foundation in the family. And then, pag ano man ang magiging results noon, pag nag-improve, edi very good. Then no need to act drastically na parang in the end, parang magkakaroon pa ng sumbatan in the end. In short, you're able to fix it. You're able to improve the situation. Everybody's mindful of your situation. Everybody knows how challenging it is to become a breadwinner. And then they started to give their fair contribution or their accountability in the situation. Or if it turns the other direction, and then let's take it from there. Basta hindi naman pwedeng wala kang efforts. Kasi in the end, tatanungin mo rin yung sarili mo eh. May nagawa ba muna ako? And I'm telling you, for a person, this is really common sa mga kind-hearted na people. Kahit na may times na feeling natin minsan tayo yung we get the shorter end of the stick. When someone tells us na parang I got offended, kahit na your intentions, none of your intentions would say na it's part of your intention to hurt or offend someone, one way or another, a kind person will always feel more of na parang, oh my gosh, we will process more guilt. And I've experienced that many times over. Ayaw mo rin naman maramdaman yun. So my say, I want you to really take the first steps first, fix the foundation. Dun muna ang targetin natin before we make another form of decision making. In short, at the end of the day, alam mong may ginawa ka. Na he didn't really just drop them like a hot potato. In short, the intention is to fix whatever life challenge there is, and for everybody to realize their contribution in this lesson, in this experience. In the end, it will always be a win-win situation. Maayos mo siya o hindi, you've done your fair share, you've done your part, you would see that you've done it responsibly. Na, ang dating, you just didn't do anything. You were even wanting to improve the situation. Doon our intentions kasi will speak loud. It will speak volumes of our energy. All it entails is for us to be true with our intentions. Let it be coming from a place of love. Let your intentions always exude rather love, and you can never go wrong with that. Kapag nagawa na natin, and no matter what the outcome is, kwento mo sa Tarot Tuesdays. But for now, as much as I want to draw cards for you, ayoko kasing whatever turns out here will be the actual motivation. Let's start fixing it first. Isantabi muna natin yung what's ahead. Let's do our fair share first. Pag nakuha natin yung pag nakuha na natin yung outcome, no matter what it is and what it will be, pag nagawa na natin yung first steps, then saka tayo bumunot ng cards. Because at least we know, nagawa natin yung fair share natin. Okay? So thank you for now for joining Tarot Tuesdays. So welcome everybody. Maraming salamat for joining us. By the way, I forgot to mention, please stay at the end of our session because one lucky winner of 1,000 pesos worth of Crystal Abundance Bracelet, courtesy of our official partner, it's Celestial Blue. Please visit his Instagram and Facebook. It's at celestialblue.ph. May isang lucky winner na mananalo ng Abundance Crystal Bracelet. And by the way, I know yung mga past winners natin may delay. We are gonna be sending okay na yung for this week. Medyo medyo magi-improve na yung mga delivery natin. And it's gonna be happening soon. Nagka-delay lang. Meron lang tayong mga health, mga challenges that we're wanting to improve. Last time, kaya nagkaroon ng delays. But deliveries are gonna be happening na ulit. But so, one lucky winner na naman tayo ang makakapag-uwi ng 1,000 pesos worth ng Abundance Crystal Bracelet. And lahat po ng mga magsistay at the end of our session, you are all going to be qualified with one raffle entry. Kasi at the end of our month, this Sunday, kailan ba? Next Tarot Tuesday natin. Next Tarot Tuesday, we're going to have our live draw, our monthly draw. There will be lucky winners. There will be lucky winners of our workshop passes, emotional healing, crystal work for modern living, Reiki, and we also have meditation and life-changing mantras, and Vedic astrology. Marami akong bibigay na winners for this month dahil we have a lot to celebrate. It's 1 year na ng ating YouTube channel. So congratulations and maraming salamat for the continuous patronage. Trusting na we'll always push our limits para laging mas marami tayong creative ways to help each other. So stay tuned and please stay until the end of our session. May mga lucky winners tayo tonight. So, let's continue sa thanks for the insightful advice. Maraming salamat din for trusting. So, eto na ang ating next participant. Here we go. So, okay. Advanced birthday question. Wow. So, magbo-birthday. Galingin natin dahil magbo-birthday. Same question last week. Okay. Teka. Sandali Wait lang. Okay. Okay. So, teka, from last week. Sorry kino-qualify ko lang yung ano. Kasi, why I'm being mindful kasi nakita ko kasi yung question is same question as last week. So, syempre I want to give you this awareness Kasi may mga clients kasi ako na nagtatanong sa akin because they enjoyed the session o kaya it's very insightful. They love the wisdom and the messages na binibigay ko when I give my advices kapag nagbabasa ako ng cards sa kanila. Ang tanong nila lagi sa akin lalo na yung isang client ko, sobrang naaliw siya sa session namin. Sabi niya, Marky, okay lang man twice a month yung session natin? I was like, wait lang, kalma ka lang. Anong tawag dito? So, when we talk about sessions, one, it will always be meaningful yung mga sessions natin kapag meron tayong improvement sa energy natin. That means, halimbawa, kung this week, binasa ko ang energy mo according to your questions, binasa ko yung isang aspect ng life natin. In this case, halimbawa, love life. Kung last week, nagbasa ako ng energy mo for love life, and then, after a week, if you're gonna ask the same question, pero wala namang naiba sa energy natin, the answers will remain the same. Why? Kasi, remember, ang makukuha natin is about your current energy. So, kung ito ang current energy mo and hindi mo naman iniba ang energy mo after a week, and then you're bound to get the same answers. The accountability that I'm gonna give to everybody is that for you to really manifest everything, it's to always keep progressing with your energies. Keep improving your thoughts, emotions, decisions, and actions. And then you're meant to keep manifesting all of these blessings in all of your life aspects. Kahit ano man ang mga gusto nating i-manifest, that's the way to do it. But at the same time, if wala tayong accountability sa pagbabago sa ating energy, and then we're bound to get the same. Kahit na no matter how long yung gap before your last reading up to here, and you know yourself, kapag hindi natin binago yung energies natin, you are bound to get the same. So I'm just studying yung if this is sandali. So sandali. Okay. Okay. So hindi lang pala umabot. So okay yan. So then kumbaga technically, yung mga past entries hindi na nakahabol dun sa ano. So that means this is gonna be technically the first time we're gonna be asking that question. So let's go for it. Any chance for love life for this year? Tingnan natin yan. We will get 3 cards. Okay. Ang magandang pinaka-indicator, syempre pag nakuha natin yung lover's card because that's the ultimate card that affirms, syempre, ang love natin. But of course, hindi lang naman, kumbaga, it's the clearest answer. But tandaan natin, hindi lang yon ang sasagot doon. Marami pang other cards that indicate. Okay. Okay, we have one major card. And this is really gonna be a very meaningful na realization for us. First of all, yung past energy natin ay the vicar or the teacher, okay, the hierophant. Now, the teacher, before the teacher becomes a teacher, the teacher was once a student. A very good process of learning until applying it and sharing the wisdom. That's a natural process, okay? So if the teacher is the past energy, might say you've gone through that fair share of learning, applying it, and that's a very very good na opportunity. Why? Because the major card appearing at the first set of 3 cards natin entails na yun yung pinanggalingan ng energy. May mga pinaprocess kang lessons and you're able to learn. Is it 100%? Well, you are able to process majority of it. May natitira pa nga. But it happens. Hindi naman lahat ng lessons mag-unfold in just one day or in a given period of time. There are times that it really takes a lot of digging deeper, realizing what happened by being very honest with the situation and really literally taking a step back so that you can really weigh things out ng walang bias, walang judgment. You have given a fair share of that. If there is anything na nakikita ko lang dito, you may have processed okay, now I see that pattern. Now I'm going to learn in this. Okay, when I see that pattern, okay, now I'm going to learn at this. That's new pattern. Okay, I'm going to learn from that. That is only the tip of the iceberg. Kumbaga, for us to get the messages, it will always start with patterns. The patterns can become cycles, the cycles can become vicious cycles. So it always starts with seeing patterns. And you know how to see patterns. You're very keen on alam ko yan. Okay, okay, now I know. Okay, yeah, sabi ko na eh. But remember, that is a very good process of discernment. You're giving yourself a very good process of discernment. But at the same time, hindi lang yan yung kailangan natin matutunan. Every time we experience, halimbawa, you were getting yourself some hints. Teka lang, medyo familiar tong gantong feeling, yung ganitong galawan, very familiar. I've seen this before many times over. Sounds a little, it rings a bell. Okay. But remember, when your intuition, wow, puro one, 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 ang galing. When your intuition reveals the patterns and then you get to experience, nga, before yun, what comes with those experiences and when you tap into those memories, may kasama ring emotion yun. May kasamang emotion yun. And kung natutunan natin the strategies ay seeing it by seeing the patterns, we also have to learn and rise above from the past experiences that may have brought you the emotions that may give you those push and pull. When that happens kasi, you may say na, okay, I've learned the strategy. Pero pag napansin mo yung sarili mo na whenever you tap into those experiences and masakit pa rin, that means we also need to learn from that. Kasi when we learn, one good measure is that no matter how challenging the life experiences, the episode in that life, or that specific circumstance in your life, pagbabalikan na natin yung memory, we will feel the fulfillment no matter how tragic it can be. Alam natin na yung measure ng you're able to rise above from it is you can willingly go back, relive the situation, and revisit the experience without feeling the pain and suffering. Without feeling that you are sort of like victimized by a bad situation over and over na as if it's still happening in the current. You have to process those emotions as well. How did you feel when you discovered this? How did you feel when you discovered that? And how did you work on that? What are the steps that you took for you to rise above is one, but at the same time, were you at peace with that situation? And if you're seeing those patterns, and then imagine mo, from one experience to another, from one person's experience to another, that is another factor na ipaprocess natin. Bakit parang may certain experience na parang pare-pareho ng patterns, nagiging cycles na. And then imagine mo kung patong-patong yun. What if there are 10 people 10 different people with the same experience? It may feel a little traumatizing na for you. To a certain extent, baka mamaya, mapasok ka na niyan. Parang, okay, you don't want to become very jaded in the end. Because you're seeing a lot of patterns, it became cycles, naging vicious cycle na. Now you're going to result to just being, para ipoprotektahan ko na lang yung sarili mo. And remember, love is such an amazing experience. So you've done the processing, but I want you to process the emotions. Now, how do we process the emotions, by the way? Tapusin ko muna pala yung reading. Masyado kong go na go, nasa isang card pa lang. But because sa first card pa lang kasi, ang dami ng learnings eh. Now, the second card, yun. We have the Five of Autumn. When we get Autumn, that's a representation of Pentacles. But look at this. We've learned the lesson, tapos yung energy natin currently, ang energy natin sinagot. Saan natin nilalagay yung energy natin ngayon? Right now, it's pointing towards fulfilling of the priorities. Sabi niya, yun yung direction, let's go there. That is where the success in the career, the success in reaching the goals, dreams, and aspiration, that is where your energy is pointing towards at. So, coming from the past energy natin na may natutunan tayo, sabi ko nga, I don't want you to feel jaded. I don't want you to feel na parang, sorry, meron bang chance for love this year? Pero every time na bibigay sa atin yung kasi tandaan niyo, kapag yung mga pinagdadasal natin 'yan, sinasagot 'yan lagi. Sinasagot 'yan one way or another, but it doesn't always come answered as if it's a wish-granting genie. Bibigyan tayo ng skills. Bibigyan tayo ng skills so that we can improve yung life aspect natin na 'yan through the experiences, through yung personal experiences natin. So we can discover our inner strength. Hindi po 'yan parusa. So, if your energy, because sinasabi mo sa sarili mo, okay, I've learned, so kung medyo, whatever the decision from your past experience is, if right now you're wanting to focus on the goals, dreams, and aspirations, and I'm telling you, that's where your energy is taking you right now, because this is the current energy. You are being pointed to the direction of focusing on your goals, dreams, and aspirations, and that is not bad. Because, I mean, if we're going to celebrate this, I mean, that equates na you're able to improve your career or improve your career aspect, yung financial abundance natin, yung flow ng ating ng mga blessings natin sa life. And how is that bad? But remember, you're asking about energy ng love. Pero right now, ang energy natin, dinadala tayo sa energy ng career, sa energy ng fulfilling our goals, dreams, and aspirations. And remember, how the universe works is kung anong tinanim siyang aanihin. So kung right now, if the decision is, even if you've learned from your past, pero ang decision ng energy natin is to fulfill the goals, dreams, and aspirations, don't be surprised na mas magiging fruitful or mas magiging meaningful ang ating energy for the career. Because this is what I'm going to tell everybody. Hindi kasi totoo yung parang may mga tao na magaling, pag may magaling sa isang aspect, hindi masyadong magaling sa ibang aspect. Yung maganda si career, hindi masyado si love life. Maganda si love life, hindi masyado si career. We can all find the balance in everything if we are just mindful of saan bang energy natin in those life aspects. Baka naman mamaya ang energy dapat natin sa love, binibigay natin ang energy ng career. So, magiging fruitful talaga yung energy ng career and vice versa. In 24 hours, saan mo ba dinadala ang energy mo? Kung majority ng energy mo will be will be a reflection of your career, and you do it every day and consistently and continuously, edi talagang yun ang magpo-flourish. Kasi kung anong tinanim, siya nga anihin. For a given period of time, ang tinatanim mo na energy ay energy ng career, di yun din na magbubunga. Darating yung time na mababalance mo ang energy ng career, love life, happy, ng family, personal experiences, etc. And you give the equal amount of energy, and then sabay-sabay sila magbo-bloom, sabay-sabay sila magbo-blossom. So you have to just be mindful. Hindi sa hindi maganda ang energy mo o hindi maganda yung ibang aspeto mo ng buhay. Kung saang aspeto ng buhay ka napaka-blessed, you have to just apply the same things on those other life aspects. Look at it and treat it as if this is something that you would want to grow as well. Like how you're going to care for a plant. So, kung in love tayo sa mga plants and gusto natin sila alagaan na alagaan, and then pag nabuhay mo 'to, and then you're gonna ask yourself, "Okay, ito lang bang kaya kong buhayin?" You can give the same effort, same passion, same efforts, same energy, apply it on those all other plants, and then it will have the same results. That is also how you're gonna monitor your energy. Kasi you know what? Ang ending ng energy nito, tingnan mo yung nangyari. You have 5 of summer. Oh, total opposites. 5 of autumn, naging ending 5 of summer. Summer is the representation of the cups, emotions. So look at that. Parang may landslide of emotions tayo. And look up, parang may gumuhong kastilyong bukas. Parang ganun yung effect nung ano. So all I'm saying is that coming from this, coming from the lessons na natutunan mo from your own personal experiences, but sabi ko nga, kaya alam kong emotions talaga yung kailangan nating i-improve din eh. Yung kumbaga how you experienced it, na pag inaalala mo yung experience, mas nananaig yung mga emotions that comes with the situation. And then yung energy mo, dinadala mo sa career right now. Dinadala mo yung improvement ng energy natin is focused on the career. Pag darating yung time na may opportunity tayo to grow the love, pero hindi natin na-address yung mga past experiences and the emotions that come with it, it can feel a little crumbling. Look at that. And the least thing you would want to happen is parang ano nga eh, parang meron tayong expectation na parang, okay, since ito yung patterns, lahat ng tao may ganyang pattern. Okay, since I've experienced this, medyo pare-pareho siya, parang nagkakaroon ka na ng konting bias na parang, "Oops, basta ganito yung pattern, ganyan yan. Pag ganito pinakita, ganyan yan." I'm telling you, it's also a little unfair. Unfair for you, unfair for other parties because we're all authentic. We are all unique, perfectly unique and authentic. Yes, we may have some similarities, but not perfectly. We are all capable of change and to improve and to evolve. So does your own energy. My saying, hindi ibibigay ito. Pero what a very good affirmation that you're able to learn. Tapos, binigay na yung blessing ng love life. Eh di hindi ka na mahihirapan kapag nabigay na yung mga pinapagdasal natin, love life, binigay sa atin, na hindi ka na magpa-practice pa na parang nandun na yung blessing tsaka ka magpa-practice on how to improve on it. Na parang ang magiging ending, you're also putting the current relationship at risk. Kasi imbis na ang practice natin is the time na wala pa tayo sa relationship, that is supposedly not just our healing time, but the time for us to learn to become a better version of ourselves. And us doing it, that is our fair share. Kumbaga, magpipray tayo na, Lord, sana po ibigay mo na yung the one. Pag-pray tayo ng pag-pray na ibigay mo na yung the one, pero tandaan, it has to be both ways. It always takes two to tango. That means, nagpe-pray ka na dumating na yung the one, yung pinaka ina-aspire natin, qualities, etc. It should be the same thing na ini-expect natin for ourselves. Hindi lang tayo magdadasal na ibigay nyo na po yung pinakamatino, na hindi natin ibibigay yung fair share natin. So imagine mo, if that is the energy, it will always have an opportunity of clashing. Isa matino, who've done the fair share, and yung isa hindi. Mag-work yan if you are able to both work on it. Mas maganda if hindi mo nagagawing practice ground kapag nandun na. Kasi again, baka in the end, pag doon ka pala magpa-practice, doon mo palang i-apply yung mga supposedly pinapa-apply ko na sa'yo ngayon, and then pwedeng mawala yung chance, which is a reflection of this one. So may say, hanggat hindi pa ngayon na dumarating yung na ma-manifest yung love life na yon, make sure that you already address kung ano man yung past experiences that touches on your emotions. Ask yourself, why did it feel that much? Ano bang nangyari? And with those patterns, with those experiences, why did it feel that much here? And what is there for me to learn from these emotions? And one way or another, ask yourself, and you have to answer that honestly because that's the only time that you will see. Kung sobrang honest ka sa sarili mo, and for you to not be afraid to really face what you need to improve, kasi one way or another, may improve. So look forward to how you're going to improve and address those energies. And then pag na-improve mo na siya and you're able to learn the real lesson just like how you're meant to be, and then pag binigay na sa kanya, at least you will just focus on how to keep growing that love. Until then, thank you for joining Tarot Tuesdays. So, may time pa tayo. And again, I'm inviting everybody sa lahat ng ating mga viewers for tonight to please stay until the end of our session because one lucky winner of 1,000 pesos worth of Crystal Abundance bracelet, courtesy of our official partner, it's at celestialblue.ph. You want to customize your own bracelets, most especially if you're looking at the Chinese New Year. Meron na po naka-ready na mga sets depending on our zodiacs. You may also feel free to visit at Celestial Blue, yung Blue BLEU dahil he's social like that. Okay, so if you want to check then you want to customize, lahat nga ng mga bracelets ko, it's all coming from Celestial Blue. So if you want the same, because these are all charged with Reiki, he's a Reiki master as well, so you're guaranteed to really have those best energies. Send him a message and also inquire, wag mahiya. Okay? And of course, one lucky winner ng abundance bracelet natin later on. And sa mga hindi naman mananalo ngayon because one winner lang tayo, you will all have an entry para sa ating monthly raffle. So, next na tayo. Tingnan naman natin. Okay. Okay, ito naman ang ating participant now. Good evening, Master. Good evening din sa iyo. Maraming salamat for joining. Paparead ko lang sana kung magtutuloy-tuloy ba o gaganda ba ang takbo ng negosyo namin this year. Oh, wow! Aba, napakaganda naman tanong natin. Sige. That in itself, sabi ko nga, ito muna tayo ha. Siyempre, itong mga questions natin, napaka-crucial yan. Crucial yan. Siyempre, we're talking about yung livelihood natin, yung mga ating what if this is the bread and butter, di ba? No matter kung ano lalabas dito, do not be afraid to really see yung ating current energy. Pag good news, pwede pa pagandahin. Pag may mga warning tayo, and then that makes us more aware. Kasi hindi pwedeng hindi tayo aware sa energies natin eh. When we are aware of our energies, at least alam natin kung paano ba natin may improve. Alam na, hindi tayo clueless. Okay? And this is what the tarot cards are for. Binibigyan niya tayo ng awareness. Hindi niya tayo ginajudge na parang, maganda, hindi. Hindi siya ganun. It gives you the opportunity to be aware, ito palang energy ko, okay. So, let us check the energy ng ating negosyo for this year. So, I will get you 3 cards. Okay. And I'm going to give you a recommendation din ng charity work. Dahil, sabi ko nga, at the end of it, I'm pretty sure, you want this to be a very fruitful na year para sa ating business, di ba? So, meron din akong recommend na charity work for you. Oh, okay. Wow! Oh my gosh! We have 2 out of 3 major cards. So that in itself, it already gives you the idea na, yes, malakas ang energy ng ating business for this year. So that is your first na assurance. But here's what I'm going to say. In this case, napakaganda ng energy. But, sabi ko nga, manifesting it is one, maintaining it is another. So, this is the early start of our year, January. Maganda ang energy natin. Remember, this is current energy. Ibig sabihin, pumasok yung taon, nandito tayo as we speak, ganito kaganda yung energy natin. Pag bukas, ganito pa rin ang energy natin kasi maintain natin or in-improve natin, then mas gaganda yung energy. Pero darating yung time, if we become less mindful or if we put our guard down, o kaya medyo we feel a little complacent, syempre, may chance na maiba to. So sabi ko nga, maganda na to, of course, pwede pang pagandahin. And you lose your grip and you also, kumbaga, you put your guard down and then mag-iiba to, syempre. Because tandaan, ang mga energies na nasagap ng ating cards natin is a reflection of anong energy natin. But it's starting with a very, very good energy. We have the Hermit. The Hermit is a very wise card. And the Hermit, sabi ko nga in Tagalog, I believe that's Spanish, ermitaño. So, ang mga ermitanyo, they're found deep into the woods or deep inside of a cave. They're not out there. Kung maghahanapin mo sila. And they're always in isolation. Deep isolation. Ay, shush! May bumisita. Ay, shush! Dahil dyan, let us pause. Dahil yung anak ko, hello! Ay, shush! Tinan mo kung gano'n siya kagulat. Ay, shush, kawawa. Ay, shush! At tapos na ba yung airtime? Oh, yun na. Nagpupumiglas na. Tapos na daw ang airtime ni Kala. Diba? Parang nalugi pa siya na may airtime siya. Okay. So, going back, ang energy ng Hermit natin, this is a very wise na card. Now, the Hermit, they just don't become wise. They learn from their own experiences. They subject themselves with those experiences on their own, and then when they get an opportunity for them to learn, they go isolate themselves deep into the woods, sa cave, so that they can process the lesson well. So in short, most especially in the 2021 experience, maraming pinagdaanan. And I know, ang laki ng difference ng sacrifices nyo from last year. Alam ko, hindi lalabas ang Hermit dito kung wala. So I know you've taken that into consideration. Pero here's one good thing that you learned. Resiliency. Kumbaga, mas dinoble mo yung tapang for, dinoble mo yung tapang for, hindi yun ikaw Siri. Sorry na. Akala ni Siri siya. So, dinagdagan mo ang resiliency because mas dinagdagan mo rin yung energy ng tapang. And you were very, very firm na, okay, I'll be willing to go through this. I'm going to be willing to go through this. And hindi siya sugal. Tinatagan mo lang yung energy mo. That no matter how life will unfold for 2021, you're going to adapt to it. You're gonna be willing to go through it. And that's one good thing that you kung ang pampa-jumpstart na energy mo, napakagandang learning. It's a personal experience and you've learned a lot of things. That is what this card is saying. Your next guarantee, we have the Two of Autumn. When you get Autumn, yan nga yung kaching-kaching. So look at that. Actually, the Two of Autumn, this is the energy for yesterday, Monday. Ito yung energy kahapon. So kung napanood niyo, oh, by the way, if you haven't watched the weekly tarot reading, Every week, every Sunday, that's the schedule. We do a recording of the weekly energy. This week is a challenging energy. Actually, yung Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, if you haven't watched that, parang ngayon, di ba, mababantayan natin yung energy, yung impact kahit ano yung energy like yung weather for the day. Kapag alam na natin yung energy, nape-prepare natin sarili natin, yung impact hindi nagiging ganun kagrabe. If you haven't watched that, may mga warnings tayo kasi this week. So, if you haven't watched that, please watch our weekly tarot reading after our session. Now, the card is telling you na, okay, look at that. This year, marami kang maja-juggle. And may maitatabi ka pa. Look at that. Ito yung parang, itong ano, yung energy na pwede nating maitabi. So there are abundance and there are blessings na mapupunta sa priorities, mapupunta doon sa mga that would pay the bills, yung ganyan. But I will tell you na may maitatabi ka for saving for the rainy days. And that is one good assurance right there. Nakita mo nga, imagine you are making this bike run, tapos marami ka na nakukuha. As you do that, marami ka nakukuha blessings at may maitatabi ka pa. And this is what this energy is about. Only for you to get a very meaningful card at the end, because where it leads to, I'm telling you, blessings. May blessings. This is the Empress card. Now, the Empress is like a mother that gives birth to blessings. So I'm seeing, since this is nasa dulong card, that means ito doon papunta yung energy ninyo. I am telling you, you're comparing it from last year because of the things that you learned last year and the resiliency that you applied. This magbubunga na siya. And I'm telling you, that is really the divine timing there. Yung sometimes nagpe-pray tayo ha. Ito yung sinasabi kong prayers are really answered. When we pray na, when the situation and the life experience is really challenging, na parang, Lord, ito na po yun. Sabi niya, Lord, I pray na malampasan ko to. Okay? So, ipagpapagdasal natin na, Lord, I pray na malampasan ko to. But of course, sabi ko nga, here is what I'm always going to tell you. When, look at ourselves as if we are a reflection of an earthquake-proof na building. So, sa lahat ng mga natin, kumbaga as we grow and as we absorb wisdom and we apply this wisdom in our life, we become our better versions, kumbaga. So, you will do whatever it takes to improve your energy. Make your building actually an earthquake-proof building. But remember, an earthquake-proof building will never prove its actual worth, not until we experience an actual earthquake. So expect na magkaka-earthquake. Expect there will be life-shaking events. There will be events that will shake your faith, shake your energy. But it's not meant for you to look at it as if it's parusa. Yung pinagpe-pray mo na, Lord, malalampasan ko to, hindi mo Lord, I pray na malampasan ko to, hindi mo madidiscover yung inner power mo not until you are in that actual situation. And then resiliency happens. Yun yung nangyari last year. And then you discovered a lot of great things. You discovered a lot of wisdom because yun yung nangyari sa'yo. Now, this year, yun na yung harvest time. That's why you have 2 out of 3 major cards. So I'm very, very excited. When you talk about the possibility na is it really gonna be good, I'm very positive that this is gonna be very fruitful for you, because this is the energy that you've given. This is the learnings that you've given yourself. But tandaan, you were very mindful. Kaya mo nakuha to because you're very mindful. You were willing to learn. You're willing to improve. Ko nga ang ganda ng energy, pero if we tend to lose our grip, may tendency na maiba rin yung energy natin. Okay? So, remember, like a bike, mababalanse mo yan if you're gonna keep going. So, I want you to keep going. Because kapag tumigil ka, of course, just like how it looks like here, medyo mataas yung ano natin, nakakalula. Baka mahulog tayo, medyo masakit. So, all I'm saying is that ituloy-tuloy mo lang yung mga kagandahan ng energies na you're giving yourself. In your mind, in your plans, in your goals, in your dreams, always make sure that lahat ng mga energy natin is all about how to improve pa. I've learned from last year. Now this year, ano yung mga learnings? Last year, ito yung mga experiences, maraming life challenges. This year, may blessings. How do I discover another wisdom na kapag dumarating na nag-outpour ng marami yung ating mga blessings, hindi natin isasara yung mind natin na wala na bang kailangang matutunan here, wala na bang message sa akin here, or wala na ba akong wisdom na that would come out from this, out of the blessings. Meron. Laging meron. Always be in the look for the opportunities on how you can learn something and then keep applying it. to always keep your guard up and to keep continuously improving your energy, and this will even improve. I'm telling you, I'm very excited for you. Basta i-maintain mo lang, and even more, ibigay pa ng ibigay yung yung mga ng energy, and you're bound to imagine mo, yung jump start mo last year, eto ang jump start mo this year. Di next year, pag natuloy-tuloy mo yan, di lalong mas maganda yung next year. Kaya I'm very excited for you. So for now, I want to congratulate you and thank you for joining Tarot Tuesdays. May time pa tayo. So dire-diretso na tayo para masagot pa natin lahat ng mga katanungan. So here we go. Okay. Hold on, ha? Okay. So by the way, if you want to participate, syempre we have to make sure. Hello then. Ay, nandiyan pa. Oh my gosh, my friend from Sweden, my student from Sweden. Thank you so much for joining us. Make sure na make sure that you follow the guidelines. If you want to participate, we have to share the live video and take a screenshot of that, and then we can participate na. Okay? Okay. Now, our next participant is, teka, eto na. Ay, wait lang. Naku, sayang naman may mga participant tayo na naka-queue na kaya lang hindi natin na-share yung live video, and that's the requirement po. So, syempre, para fair po sa lahat ng pa-participate, yan yung ating fair energy exchange, syempre. Libre lang po magtanong, but of course, for fair energy exchange, kailangan po natin i-share yung ating live video. Yan, okay. Now, meron tayong magandang question. I've answered this before, not this specific, dahil may bago po tayong, may bago tayong participant. So, thank you, bago yung participant namin. Welcome. Pero ang tanong kasi ng ating participant is, will I be able to bear a child this year or get pregnant? Meron akong magandang resolution for you. So, ganito ha. By the way, sa ganitong sitwasyon, this one looks very, very sensitive. And as a reader myself, alam mo, pansinin ninyo na hindi po lahat ng mga tao will be 100% very open to finding, kumaga, when we talk about divination, it's a message from the divine or God's messages through maraming means for us to get the messages from God through intuition. But tarot reading is another. Tarot reading is another form of divination. May mapapansin kayo, may iba-ibang klase pa ng reading, hindi lang tarot. Other cultures, they have it tea reading. Okay, mga tea. Ipapainumin ka nila ng tea, kung ano itsura ng tea, doon nila makukuha yung reading. Kaya ba yon? Yes, marunong din ako nun. Actually, kahit anong form of energy, nakakakuha ko. To a certain extent, hindi ko na kailangan ng cards actually. But syempre, the cards are not for me. The cards are for you. Sa mga nagtanong. For you to see where I'm coming from. That's what the tarot cards are about. But sabi ko nga, here is one good reminder. This is a very sensitive na tanong. Kung ano mang energy yung lalabas dito, it's like saying, will I be very motivated this year? Or will I be less motivated? Totally, hindi naman pala siya meant for this year. So, why try? I don't want that. Why? Remember ko anong tinanim siya nga anihin. So, bibigay ko muna yung awareness sa inyo. For people who are wanting to conceive, for couples who are wanting to conceive. Ay, hello sa aking fellow Reiki master sa California. Hello, Kathy. Thank you so much for joining. Nakita kita dyan. Thank you so much. So, for people, for couples who would want to conceive, and you are also feeling a little challenge in producing that love, okay? That's the key. What are we producing here? You have to be mindful first kung anong tinatanim natin. Ano bang gusto nating tanimin? Ano bang gusto nating i-harvest? What is a baby? That is a product of what? Is it a product of hate, envy, jealousy, hate? Of course, it's a product of love. Okay, it's a product of love. Then, kung anong tinanim siyang aanihin. Let's start with that. So, of course, first things first, we have to make sure that we follow the cycle. The fertility cycle, we have to follow that because doon natin siya gagawin. Okay? Now, first of all, we have to follow the cycle. We have to believe in science. Okay? We will do it during the fertility cycles. Now, remember, during the fertility cycles, the best way is to do it during the fertility cycle. Susundan pa rin natin yung science, but remember the mindfulness and the awareness and energies. Kung ang gusto nating ma-produce o ang gusto nating ma-harvest ay love, that means during the fertility cycles, as we're going to create that opportunity, that means everything is about love. Hindi tayo magagalit sa isa't isa. We're not gonna hate each other. We're not gonna envy each other. We're not gonna be jealous with each other. We're not gonna, basically, kung hindi mo rin gusto na maka-harvest ng energy of negativity, of course, hindi rin yun ang itatanim mo. Let's start with that first. Because remember, that is how the universe works. Kung anong tinanim siyang aanihin. And of course, there are other couples who will not have the same lesson because remember, each one of us individually and as a couple most especially, merong mga kanya-kanyang lesson na kailangan matutunan. The lesson here, if this is really the challenge, is because may lesson mo nang kailangan matutunan. Ano bang focus ng energy ninyong dalawa? So going back, kung walang fertility, kung hindi outside the fertility cycle, saan yun yung dinadala yung energy ninyo? In a 24 hours in a day, if majority of the energy is dinadala sa career, outside of career, saan yun na dinadala yung energy nyo? May energy ba sa love? May energy ba sa understanding? May energy ba sa compassion? May energy ba sa anything that's good? And you have to be very honest with this. Kasi, pag hindi natin natutunan, imagine, pag binigay yung blessing sa atin, binigay sa atin yung opportunity without us learning the lesson, without us being aware, ano bang energy yung tinanim ko? And magbubunga yan. Magbubunga yan. So my say, sabi ko nga rin, when you manifest it at just one, you have to maintain it as well. So syempre, if continuously ang gusto nating mapalaki, kapag nagbunga na ang ating love, and we're able to do it, and we're able to conceive, and ibig sabihin ba, magsa-stop na yung love, magiging careless na tayo? Of course, sabi ko nga parang plant, taalagaan natin. So that means this is a life. Of course, we're gonna have to be that best version of us continuously, consistently. Like a conscious effort, we're going to grow that. Para yun din ang makuha at ma-absorb ng ating baby. So first, maintain the fertility cycle and continuously focus on love. And tandaan, hindi lang ikaw to. Both have to be accountable. And tandaan, it takes two to tango. Hindi lang yung isa yung mag-i-invest and then the other hindi. Both are accountable on this. And most especially, you have to be very, very mindful na hindi porke magawa natin siya ng isang buwan, you're gonna expect na ano na siya. Of course, sabi ko nga kung anong tinanim siyang aanihin. So in short, for us to be consistent na ma-manifest natin to, dapat consistent din tayo. We should be very, very willing to go through it over and over. And I'll give you a very good tip. If you have a very good opportunity, if you both as a couple, if you have an opportunity, no matter what circumstances are in front of you, if you have an opportunity to choose between love or all those other negative energies, and if in the past, ang napipili natin is hindi love, this time, I want you to be accountable in choosing love. And I'm not just talking about one life aspect as a couple. Individually, in your life, lahat ng reflection nyo should all be about love. Ibig sabihin, people around you, in the office mates, your friends, your family, it's all about love. You and your time with your partner, it's all about love. Hindi yung parang sa love aspect lang. Why? I mean, sabi ko, this is who you are. It's your whole energy. Hindi lang siya yung kapag nagtatanim tayo ng energy, ay pang love aspect lang to. It's your whole being na tinatanim natin. And you have to really be aware of what kind of energy do we process. And dun pa lang, since you know yourself and you know your partner as well, dun pa lang may nadidiscover ka na. So this is really a call for change. Start with the change, apply the change, and do it over and over and be consistent, and then, tsaka yan magbubunga. There is another way. Charity work. My suggestion is to always do your charity work. Saan charity work yung magandang i-direct yung ano natin? Every Monday, I want you to have a chosen charity, but the perfect is anything na pangbata. So, Fabella is one. Mag-donate. alam nyo, may mga GCash yung mga financial institution na yan. And that's what we do as well. Yung mga charitable institutions, meron kaming mga GCash number nila. So that, kasi katulad din nyo, kami din, may mga minamanifest din kami. And so, for us to manifest it, for you to gain something, you should be willing to let go of something. And for you to become that, imagine mo, if you don't choose love, you become the blockage. So, find a way so that you will not become the blockage. Charity work is one. Be the energy that makes abundance and love flow in your life by giving away something that's precious to you. It can be hard-earned money, or it can be anything in kind. It can be in a form of service. It can be in a form of kindness. In short, maraming nagiging magandang blessing kapag tayo bumabait, nagiging mapagmahal, mapagkalinga, mapag-asikaso, and we become truthful and consistent. Kung hindi pa natin nasusubukan yon, this is the perfect time for us to do so. The least thing you will want to happen is ayoko lang bibigyan kita ng answers na maganda ba this year ang opportunity, meron o wala, without being accountable with your energies. I will let you become mindful and accountable of your energies and maintain it, and then makukuha mo yun lahat. I'm telling you, this is not just about one life aspect. This is about all of your life aspects that you would want to manifest. So, continuously do this, and I'm telling you, pag na-manifest niyan, we will all celebrate with you. Thank you for joining Tarot Tuesdays. So, teka, ano tayo isa? Tingnan natin, tuloy-tuloy na natin. Ayan, okay. So, tingnan na natin. So, ang awat tayong participant sabi niya, "Hi Marky, first of all, thank you for this platform." Thank you naman. I always see you as an instrument of God or the universe. Thank you naman. Dahil yun talagang pinagdadasal ko. We'll be going through a big move, and my question lang is, will we be able to adjust and be successful in terms of career sa new place? Tignan natin. Napakaganda. Okay. Sige, tignan natin. So, eto na naman ang sasabihin ko. Sabi ko nga, ang mga questions natin, it will lead answering, is it gonna be favorable or less favorable? Okay, so, my say, kung ano man ang lalabas dito, this is going to give you the awareness kung anong current energy natin. Pag maganda, hallelujah, papagandahin ba natin, i-maintain na lang natin, and let us not be afraid to see what the current energy is about, because this will also give you an idea kung paano pa natin siya mai-improve, and even more, so tingnan natin. May big moves sa ating career, how will it look like kapag adapt pa and adjust? Tignan natin. Ako naman, I'm very confident. Honestly, you know why? We all have that natural, innate power to adapt. Ang kailangan lang natin ay ma-develop talaga yung genuine na passion so that we can really go through it. Pag may passion tayo, no matter what is in front of us, kaya natin. And I know this person kasi meron talagang equally passion yan. Okay, so we have 3 minor cards, but these are very meaningful cards. So first of all, we have the Ace of Autumn. When you get Autumn, this is kaching-kaching. So alam ko, it's a very good offer. It's it's enticing. So if there's one good motivation, you know that if you're going to do this move, you know that this is something that will not just compensate well, it's irresistible. Okay, so it's kumbaga napaka-appealing. So financially rewarding, this is really something that can contribute well. So for you to make a big move, of course, for you to apply change in your life, most especially in your career, it must be enticing. It must be irresistible, and this is affirming it. We have the Ace of Autumn. In short, napaka-fruitful. Look at that, may star pa yung ano. So in short, this is really inspiring. You're getting this because this is really something that okay, now I see that. That's really irresistible. So yeah. So I like that. Now, the next one, this is a very good, very, very good card. We have the Nine of Spring, or this is the Nine of Wands. Look at that. Ang daming story na inaano dito. But look, the fairy here, teka yan. Yung fairy dito, he is closely looking at the environment. It's a fairly new environment. So yeah, this card is confirming it's a fairly new environment, but lots of wisdom to explore. Alam ko, the moment you step in, you will see, okay, I can do this. I can do that as well. Kaya ko rin yun. In short, All it takes is for you, of course, it's irresistible. The compensation, or the kumbaga, the monetary the blessings when you start experiencing it, it's really irresistible, and that's one. But looking at the second card, you will discover a lot of opportunities for you to improve, for you to grow, for expansion, for promotion. You will really see a lot of opportunities. And good thing kasi may mga kakilala ka na rin dito dun sa company na yun na sinasabi nila sa'yo na okay dito. And then you're ikaw, sige nga. And then pagpasok mo doon and you're able to get the feel of the environment, of the culture of the company itself, core values, etc. You cannot unsee na tama nga. Ang daming ang opportunities. And I don't want you to let go of these opportunities. I want you to always have a very keen eye on what other things you can explore, because I'm telling you, there's a lot. So the only thing I'm asking you to do as you're discovering this is to continuously allow yourself to discover and to not limit yourself. Ito lang bang kaya ko? And I'm telling you, alam ko kaya ka rin naman nag-yes dito, or kaya ka nag-allow for this shift to happen, because this is gonna be going to give you another, kumbaga, another opportunity for you to know okay, you will never know until you try. You will never know until how far you can go, not until you push yourself and you push your limits. And you're pushing yourself to your limits right now, so that you can see how well you can not just adapt but discover, kaya ko rin pala to. Or, I thought hanggang dito lang kaya ko, but now with the environment, with the opportunities, kaya ko pa palang inaangat. That is what this second card is about. It ends with the Seven of Summer, which is, look at that. It's successful. Parang isusuot mo yung hat sa'yo na this time, look at that. So I'm talking about, is there a possible promotion soon? I'm telling you, it's not just about the promotion. It's creativity of the roles that you can also take. Marami kang pwedeng ma-explore. And all it takes is for you to keep trying on those hats. So in short, I want you to keep engaging in other things that will let you discover other roles, other responsibilities. And I don't want you to limit yourself. I want you to be very creative, and I want you to keep engaging, keep trying on their hats and to see which one will fit perfectly. And when you do, you cannot unsee kung ano yung pinaka mapipili mo doon. And you'll be surprised, this is something na inaasam-asam mo talaga. So, I'm very excited and I'm very happy for you. All I'm saying is that this is already good. Pwede pa siyang ma-improve when you start taking the steps forward. And sabi ko nga, it should be a clear reflection of all your energy in your thoughts, emotions, decisions, and actions. It's all about progress. It's always about improving. It's always about allowing yourself, okay, what can I learn this time? Okay, what can I adapt on those other things, on those other departments, other fields, other expertise? What can I learn from there? And I want you to know that you will have the network for you to explore. So take advantage of it. This year is going to be very thrilling for you because, kumbaga, talking about motivation lang that. Of course, one hefty motivation is the abundance and that. But of course, it's not just that. You're always up for a very good challenge. So I really strongly feel very confident for you. Ituloy-tuloy mo lang. My say, do not be afraid to explore. Do not be afraid to be creative as well. And blessings will keep pouring for you. Congratulations. And thank you for joining Tarot Tuesdays. Time check natin right now. It's already 10:52. So, sadly, yan po muna ating last session kasi it's now time for us to get our lucky winner. So, para sa lahat ng mga nagstay, maraming salamat. Now, this time, I want you to key in all of yung names natin. Key in your first name and last name. We will collect your names. And we will have a draw ng one lucky winner of 1,000 pesos worth of Crystal Abundance Bracelet, courtesy of our official partner. It's celestialblue.ph. So, lagay nyo lang yung mga name natin dyan, first and last name, and then later, ano nga yung date natin today? January, is it 26? 25? 25, okay. 25. So key in your first and last name. Then later on, we will have our draw. One lucky winner of yung official partner natin with Celestial Blue, Crystal Abundance Bracelet. May mananalo tayo ngayon. And syempre, sa lahat po ng may isang winner tayo, pero lahat po ng entries natin, you're all gonna be qualified to join our monthly raffle. We will have workshop passes up for grabs for February. We're gonna have our monthly draw next Tarot Tuesday. Then, makiklaim na natin kagad yung prices natin on that same weekend. So we have workshop passes for crystal work for modern living. If you want to learn about crystals, if you want to discover the beauty and the benefits of crystals, that's the class for you. Mapapanalunan nyo yun. Emotional healing class. And by the way, I'm setting the marami akong bibigyan ng winners. I will be giving away 10 winners of emotional healing class for next week. So in short, maraming mananalo. So send in your names lang para manalo tayo. Ay, ayun na pala, sorry. Ang dami ko kasing chismis. So nandiyan na pala kayo. Okay, sige. Lagyan niyo lang yung mga name natin dyan. So, oh wow. Si Rain, first honor in fairness, yung anak kong yan. Anak ko na yan, dahil Reiki student ko na yan. Aba, syempre, ayaw magpatalo ng ating Sweden representative. Very good yan for charity work. Ayun, si Camille. Nanalo na yan last month. So very good for very good. Galingan natin ng pagmamanifest. Ayun, yung anak kong si Jeff. Yun. Okay, and then next, Rezelin. Yan, Rezelin. Kalma. And then, ay, yung anak ko naman si J-Jet, syempre naman. Eh, ano pa ba na napanood mo naman ba tuloy? Hindi, yung crystal, hindi, nag-crystals ka na, di ba? But anyway, sa mga nanalo na, pag na-experience nyo yung mga class na yun, pwede nyo siyang irigalo. Syempre naman, J-Jet. Sino pa? Please key in, yun, syempre naman si Master Lake. Please key in your name, first and last name, and then, entry na natin yan. One lucky winner. Okay, si Aina. Aina. Okay. So, yun, si Limuel. Limuel, thank you. Lagi, suki na tayo. Lagi na tayong pa-participate. Ay, nanonood. Thank you so much. Ayun naman. Yes, si Master Cathy. Very good, very good. Okay. So again, sabi ko nga, by the way, while we are collecting your names here, if you haven't watched our weekly tarot reading, may mga warning tayo this week. Maganda naman yung lesson natin, pero syempre, pansin nyo, mabainit yung energy kanina. Ang init, no? Parang medyo if ang theme kanina talaga is patience. Okay? I know medyo because medyo mainit ang energy kanina. Bukas meron pang isa. Oh my gosh, kaya pala. Okay, because sabi ko nga hindi po ako bulletproof sa mga readings ko. Ako din na-experience ko siya. Kaya may nag-unfold sa akin. Kasi just to let you know, magkakadugtong ang Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday energy natin. So kung kahapon pa lang may energy na tayo ng challenge na tayo sa patience, hanggang bukas pa yan. So in short, kung hindi nyo pa napapanood yung weekly tarot reading, panoorin natin. I'm telling you, meron pang bukas yan. Hahabol pa yung tomorrow. So, ayan. Hi, si Ivy. Ayan. So, after the session, panoorin yung ating weekly tarot reading. It will definitely help you dahil Tuesday pa lang. Actually, maganda naman yung after Wednesday natin. Pero syempre, para naman bukas makapag-prepare tayo. Alam mo na, I'm telling you, don't be surprised kung mainit pa rin ang energy natin tomorrow. It's just really expected. So in short, be more patient, be more loving. Ito na i-apply na natin. Sabi ko nga, if you have an opportunity to choose between love and the opposite end, piliin mo ang love, okay? Piliin mo ang Pilipinas. Tourism pa. Joke lang, joke lang. Sige, ang dami-dami. Ayun na naman kayo, ang dami-dami nyo dyan. Tapos ilagay nyo na yung first and last name nyo. Libre lang to, don't worry. One lucky winner ang pwedeng manalo sa atin ng 1,000 pesos worth of Crystal Abundance Bracelet courtesy of Celestial Blue. Let me show you the Instagram account then so that you can get inspired dahil napakaganda talaga. If you're also looking at the New Year's na Chinese New Year's na natin. Look, it's all updated. Ang daming mga bracelets that you will see here. And most especially, ito yung mga Chinese New Year na na depending on your zodiacs, yan yung mga proper na naka-preset na siya. So titingnan nyo na lang kung ano yung sign ninyo and ito yung mga highly recommended na energies that would yield a lot of blessings according to your own zodiac. Ayan, okay. Okay. Si Francis, of course. Francis, Pasana, and Rhea. Okay. Hi, Rhea. Thank you so much. Araw. Yan. Okay. So, I'll give you extra, done following Celestial and IG. Ay, thank you naman. Thank you naman. Okay. So, anong tawag dito? We will start our draw. So, you have still 2 minutes so that you can key in your names. Ire-ready ko na nga rin yung ating, teka, yung ating randomizer. Yung Hi, Paul! Ayan naman yung anak ko. Ikaw naman nandiyan ka pala. Teka, Paula Policarpio. Yun. Okay, so far we have 14 entries na. Ang dami nyo dyan na. Lagay nyo just put your first name and last name here in our comment section and may opportunity tayo to win 1,000 pesos worth of Crystal Abundance Bracelet courtesy of our official partner, Celestial Blue. Okay. So, ayan. Lagay lang natin dyan. And at exactly, 59 na tayo. So, ano. Ay, hi, Gil. Ayan. Yun. So, add ko na din friend ko na andito. Sure. Aba, nahihiya ba? Nahihiya ba mag-ano? Sige nga, ilagay mo na. Si Phil. Okay. Huwag ka na kasi mahiya. Grabe kayo. Ba't kayo mahihiya? Okay naman to. Napaka-generous kaya natin dito. Okay. So, okay. It's 11 p.m. So, it's now time for us to, it's now time for us to have our lucky winner, lucky draw. Ay, sus. Ayan na pala. Phil Angeline. Ayan. Yun. Okay. So, sakto. So, now it's 11 p.m. Exactly 11 p.m. We're gonna have our draw na. There are 16 entries for our draw for tonight. And ito yung mga ano natin, ito yung mga entries natin. We have Rain, Cha, Camille, Jeffrey, Resilin, J-Jet, Lay, Aina, Limuel, Catherine, Ivy, Francis, Rhea, Paula, Gail, and Phil. Okay? So, sa inyo, there are 16 na entries. One lucky winner of Crystal Abundance Bracelet courtesy of Celestial Blue. So, eto na tayo for ating winner. And then sa ating lucky winner, message nyo ako in our inbox so that you can also get the details. Magdi-deliver na tayo this week. Okay na yung health situation natin. So, may mga delays last week. Sorry na, nagkaroon kami ng health situation. So, in fairness kay Phil, siya yung look at that! Oh my gosh, Phil. Congratulations to you. It's meant. Okay, look at that. Alam mo, twice na nangyari yan. Na parang yung last entry siya yung nanalo. In fairness, wow, this is really your lucky night. It's really meant for you. Congratulations. Please message us in our Facebook page and we will give you the details. So also, sa lahat ng mga entries natin for tonight, do not worry kung hindi tayo masyadong lucky for tonight. May chance pa tayo next Tuesday. We're gonna have our grand draw. We will be extra generous because we're celebrating the first year anniversary of our YouTube channel. So, first of all, may mga lucky winners, 2 lucky winners na tayo ng mga each classes and 1 Vedic astrology. Pero yung sa emotional healing, we're giving away 10 winners for that. So in short, everybody's gonna be a winner here. Abangan nyo in our next session. So mag-aalat tayo ng mas maraming time for our raffle draw dahil excited din ako. So Phil, congratulations. Mag-message ka sa aming sa Facebook page natin. Let's talk about your details offline. But for now, maraming salamat. Ayoko nang puyatin kayo. Ako ngayon nagpo-promote ng walang nagtanong ng health ha. Grabe kayo. Babalikan ko kayo next Tuesday. Puro kayo love and career. Wala nagtanong about health. Paano natin mafulfill lahat ng mga gusto nating ma-fulfill pag weak ang katawan natin? Kaya importante yung health natin. Next week, kukulitin ko kayo magtanong kayo about health. Nang ulit. But for now, maraming salamat for allowing me to be an instrument of guidance and wisdom, of course, from God. Maraming salamat po. I will see you all next Tuesday in our grand raffle ng ating mga workshop passes for February. Makiklaim nyo na kagad yan next week. Also, do not forget to watch our weekly tarot reading. Kapit bukas be very patient, be very loving. I'm telling you, magkakadugtong ang energy ng Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So I'm pretty sure some of you, may mga na-discover na kayo na kahapon, you've been dealing with it yesterday, hanggang ngayon you're dealing with it, may pahabol pa yan tomorrow. So, that being said, be very patient, be very loving, but for now, namaskaram everybody, have a great fruitful week, and then we'll see you next Sunday. Namaskaram. Good night sa inyong lahat. Maraming salamat po.